Fascinating facts was with Jim Arch. We'll start the call out with fascinating facts. All right, gang, let's get going here. Glad to see you all popping on. Let me do, let's see, hang on just a second here. Get on the right screen and make sure I get the right slideshow. And share. Whoops. Okay, we're off and running, gang. Hope you've all had a great week. Let's jump into leaderboards so far for the week. 77 applications, $72,718. Month to date, $193,000 with 24 riders. We have agency owners. We have Stella with $10,214 for the week. My base shop at $18,296, and John Paul Vetter agency at $42,907. Riders, we have top five: Lionel Anderson, 4 applications, $3,866. Jenny Gray, 4 applications, $4,784. Stella Dinwiddie leading from the front, 6 applications, $5,923. Alicia Metzen, 5 applications, $9,476. And Mr. Spencer Cushion, look at the week he is putting together. 11 applications, $14,983 as of last night. So possibility he's only what $17 away from a $15,000 week. Maybe need to go write some kids apps, or it could already be in the pipeline. So
hey Chris, it's actually just being humble. It's actually 16K. I wrote 2 more apps and 2 more today coming.
There you go. 16K. Don't tell him he can't be done while he's doing it. That's awesome. Fantastic. That is a monster week, gang. That is a fantastic week. So congratulations. Congratulations, Mr. Spencer Cushion. And that's not congratulations for winning anything. That's congratulations for going out and making it happen. That is flat out getting with it. All right. So we have key leaders: Jenny Gray, 10 applications, $9,689. And Eric Sullivan, 8 applications, $3,249. And that is for the week. We have a new agency owner. Numbers aren't showing up yet, but will be showing up. And under the John Paul Vetter agency, Joanna Doiben has now been officially recognized as agency owner, guys. That is an accomplishment, an amazing feat. So we, for those of you who haven't yet, send out a shout out to Joanna. And congrats on her accomplishment in this next phase and step of the business. Let's hit APV for the month, and let me move my Zoom screen here so I can see everybody and see everything. Still managed to cover up. Move. There we go. All right. So far, month to date, top producers: Donna Bates, $6,791. Send some prayers out to Donna and her husband Charlie. They've had some health challenges, and being on the top 10, even with some things going on. Personally, she's still persevering, but certainly needs our thoughts and prayers. So kind of keep them in mind if you would. Derek McPherson, $6,803. Stephanie Stubbs, $7,485. Stacy Love, as always, on the leaderboard, $8,041. Mr. John Paul Vetter, $8,202. Kay Schweitzer, $8,390. Jenny Gray, $11,081. Alicia Metzen. Alicia qualified for key leader, I believe, key leader, team leader. I am looking here. I want to make sure I Team leader. All right. I'll make sure you get the right one. Alicia qualified for team leader. So hats off to Alicia, young and up and coming builder in the Vetter Agency. Stella Dinwiddie, always leading from the front, putting together a great month at $15,460, and makes no surprise to anybody. If you have a $16,000 a week, and again, that's not even all reflected here, Mr. Spencer Cushion, also leading from the front, $24,937, and those numbers to be updated later today. Let's hit top producers as far as app count. So we got a bunch of ties here, so we'll kind of roll through this quickly here. We have at number 10, Sylvia Collins, Lisa Camus, Tanya Hoffman, Chad Semper, 4 applications. Number 9, Stephanie Stubbs, Eric Sullivan, 5 applications. Number 8, Kay Sullivan, Adrian Briones, Lila Anderson, Francina Battle, 6 applications. It's number 7, Donna Bates and Mr. Jim Arch, 7 applications. Jim's putting together quite a month. It's number 6 with 8 applications, John Paul Vetter, Derek McPherson, Wendy Cox, and Sydney Lee, our very own Sydney Lee, debt-free life queen. Make sure you keep Sydney on your short list of contacts and be looking for those debt-free life opportunities. Number 5, Alicia Metzen, Johnny Tate, 9 applications. Jenny Gray, 11 applications. Stacy Love, 14 applications. Stella Dinwiddie, 15 applications. And Spencer Cushion, 19 applications. Base shops for the month, Stella Dinwiddie, 27,243. Menefee base shop, 39,770. And the John Paul Vetter base at 115,881. App count, Stella Dinwiddie agency 33, the Menefee base shop at 40, and the Vetter agency at 122. New writers, I think this is the same list from last week, but these are so far what we have on the month overall. And we'll keep adding to that. Role play training. Guys, we've been having a good time on Mondays, and Jim and I have been working on some stuff on Monday morning. We encourage you to jump on. The point of this is to take what you're learning, put it into action with some real-time feedback. That's something we don't get from our clients. So if you're wondering why I want to think about it, or I have to go talk to somebody else, or how do I take what I just learned in one of the many trainings and apply that in a real-life situation, come role play it with us. It's a safe space where you're not going to get yelled out and tore down. We'll actually give you some good positive feedback on how to improve your game. So come join us on Mondays. Quilty did your lead orders, guys. We always encourage you, if you want to have consistent business, you need to have consistent inventory. So make sure that you are putting your leads in a standing lead order is a way to do that. Make sure that you have leads every week. We do have a training coming up, and I'm excited about this. Mike Quilty, this Walmart virtual care, guys, we haven't touched on that a lot, but that is a huge asset to our clients, and get trained up on that. Thursday, December 8th. Quick announcement here. I just confirmed, and we didn't have enough time to get it on for the announcements. But Friday, December 9th, we will have the one and only Mr. Ethan Hunt, who is the brains behind Mike Quilty, actually on our call. So I am super excited and pumped from somebody from home office. In fact, when I say from home office, at the top levels of leadership, will be on our call. So I'm excited. Jump on, learn more about Mike Quilty, learn how to leverage that in your business, in your life, help your families, help your friends. And this is just a phenomenal program, guys. We've got to take advantage of this tool that Quilty has put together. So join us December 9th, and we'll have announcements obviously coming up on that as we get closer. We'll have that in the slide deck. The call, or excuse me, the dialer, that is a new feature that is now available in the switchboard. Take advantage of that. if you want to sign up for that, you would go in to your switchboard, and under the chats feature in the top right, you'll see a little button, a little icon for the dialer. And if you haven't signed up for it, it will have like, it looks like a little crown that you can click on, and it'll take you to a pay screen to set that up. Jeremy Miner training, guys, we still have, I believe, a week, maybe 2 left on that. But no training week of Thanksgiving, obviously. So training to pick up on 12/1, week 8. So that will be the last call. If you haven't had a chance to go watch, or you missed one, maybe you're driving, traveling, go back and watch these. Man, this is top shelf training, guys. This is the stuff that'll take your business to the next level. Go watch that and come join us on Monday for role play. We'll actually role play the Jeremy Miner system with you, so you can help implement that into your business. FIF resets. We have a new training that started on November 3rd, but we're going to keep that in front of you anytime we start a new training. We'll keep reminding you Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. This is FIF resets 101. So if you want the basics on how to how to run that, go ahead and jump on that call game. Sales Cycle 101. This one, and I don't know, it started November the 15th. It's a possibility you might be able to jump on this training even after they started. Don't know that for a fact. We went ahead and included it. But Ash, we might check on these. If this, for past sign up on this, we'll pull this out until the next one's posted. But check on it. If you haven't signed up for this and you want to, man, these are a great way to get a jump start in your business as a new person. Invest in yourself. And they keep the cost super low for the value that you get out of that. Same thing for the Key Leader launch that launched last week. If you missed signing up for that and want to, go back and check on that and see if that's still available. S'more Factor, for those of you who are brand new or just getting started in your business, keep an eye on this. An opportunity to skip ahead, basically cut ahead in line. Where they have at Disney World, you can go buy the pass and jump in front of everybody at every line. This is your pass to jump in front of everybody on the ride to commission increases. So take advantage of that, and a 10% bonus on top of that game. Champions Cup, that is still going through December 31st. So we'll keep that in front of you. Anybody can come in and jump in the running for this. I know Stella has shown up several times in the rankings for this, and maybe others, but I know for most recently, Stella showed up on that list. So this is an opportunity for you to participate in a contest. Foresters still has their lead credit. They're going to run that through the end of the year, especially for those of you who are getting DFL certified. Check into this and be able to leverage Razor Ridge leads. Huge announcements. We have a State of the Union call nationally on December 7th of this year, and these calls are always very impactful. State of the Union, what's been happening in 2022. Rumor has it there will be some new stuff coming down the pipe. And so I believe, unless they have changed the status, I believe they may be rolling out some of that stuff on December 7th. But again, these are very important calls to be plugged into to see where, this is your business, this is your company, see where we've come and where we're going, what we look like, what we're looking at for 2023 and what we've accomplished for 22. Welcome to the team call, guys. I've been doing this every Wednesday. For those of you who are recruiting, take advantage of this. This is a fun time for us to welcome new people in, give them a point of contact and opportunity instead of on a team call, maybe where they're just watching everything that's going on. Gives them a chance to interact, chance for me and any other leaders who jump on that call to get to know them. And no agenda, very, very informal. We're not going to pump them full of symmetry information. This is all going to be about connection. So take advantage of that. Now, we will not obviously have that this coming week. That's why this is up here. Just a reminder, that's the night before Thanksgiving. And I'm sure everybody will be either prepping for, or maybe already elbow deep into their turkeys. So we don't want to pull you away from that important task. Also, obviously, Thanksgiving Day. I encourage you to keep reading this book, but you will not be discussing the book on the book club call. Stella has been doing a phenomenal job hosting that. We've had some very excellent conversations. This book is very powerful, gang. Just in I think a lot of us have seen it as more than just a leadership book. This is a life book. So how do we interact in society, with our families, friends, and in business? So take advantage of this. No club this week, but obviously the following Thursday, come and join us. Most of all, have a happy Thanksgiving. We will not have a call next Friday. No team call day after Thanksgiving. A lot of folks still traveling, doing family events, etc. So we are going to cancel next Friday's call. We want everybody to have a very safe, happy, and fun time with your families, significant others, whatever your normal agenda is on Thanksgiving. We want you to go experience that to the fullest, and we'll talk a little bit about that this morning. So I am going to take a brief pause here. Give some of our leaders a chance to pop on, make any announcements. I forgot to grab a bottle of water, and I'm about to dry up. So for those of you who have announcements for your team, want to give a quick shout out, go ahead, pop on. I'm going to jump off here, go grab my water, and I shall be back. I will be listening, so I'm just going off screen, but I will still hear you. So go ahead and share.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. I just wanted to say, so awesome to see you, Brandon Teej, back with us. We missed you, buddy. And I wanted to let you know, for Brandon Hagel, you were asking about a dial room. So I asked my buddies, you guys have probably seen all their names on the boards, John Boss and Jay Hickman and Joe Carvalho, who we had here with us. They've got a dial session that they're hosting today, and I posted it in Crew. And the thing that I really love about John, especially for anybody new, is he gets really detailed. Like he will, when I was on his call dial session once, he unmutes, he lets you hear him go through the call, and then he shares a screen. And he, at least when I was on it last time, he walked his new people through different steps of, and he allows for questions. So it's really awesome. It's a great learning experience, and that's posted in Crew. And then I just want to say I'm so grateful to be here with you all. Next week is Thanksgiving, so don't forget to tell anybody who you know how much you love and appreciate them, how thankful you are. And I love this time of year. It's football, eating, and gathering, and everybody's home. I just really want to let you know. I mean, some of our best weeks, oh my gosh, congratulations, Spencer, 16,000 this past week, buddy, brother. That, it's amazing. My goodness. And that's not uncommon. And Chris is going to tell you about that. This time of year, it's open insurance season. And, because people are home, and, it's a time, this is the greatest form of love that anybody can do for a loved one, is to protect them when they're no longer living. So, what better time of year for them to, it also adds to that recipe for why it's the most powerful, part of the year for us to help families. So don't let it slip by you. And just, don't give up. If you're not seeing your results in the beginning, there's so many stories, including myself, of, where we struggled in the beginning, because it's a whole different process than anything you've ever done. So I just wanted to say that, and I'm just so thankful. And Jim Arch is amazing. He is crushing it in this fourth quarter, which is super duper cool and awesome to watch. And I mean, he's this guy has like the best mindset of anybody I've ever met. So you're going to see a whole lot more breaking out. So anyways, that's what I have to say. Thank you. And so great to see you, Greg. And if you don't notice, Greg is an amazing dresser.
All right. Thank you, Stella. Anybody else have any announcements, thoughts, etc.?
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
How are you? Thank you, Stella, for your kind words and compliments. I just want to encourage everybody, don't get hung up on numbers. Yeah, it's wonderful and great, but it's really just a mindset and an attitude to want to be a part of people's lives and share with them. And as Stella said, encourage them and help them. That's the key ingredient to success here. I know there's a lot of people at Symmetry that just, like the gentleman spoke last week when he first started, he said he just looked at everybody as a dollar sign. That's totally the wrong attitude. And he said he changed his attitude and really, and I'm sure he had a heart change with that as well, that, he went out just to help people. And really, I would just encourage everybody just to spend time in those first 5 minutes when you're having the icebreaker conversation, or just really, really taking time to get to their why. It's just a simple question. Why, Chris, did you send your form in? What is the purpose of the mailing? What are you trying to accomplish? And that's when they're going to tell you everything. And that's when you want to share that, and you take the pressure off for people. Look, I'm just here to help you. You don't have to do anything today. I have 40 carriers in my toolbox. And, at the end of the day, this is just about accomplishing what you want to do at a price point that fits your budget. That's it. That's it. And then at the end, when you're done, I do a little presentation with folks. And then when you're done, if you've made that connection with people and you truly care, they're going to see that, really. And that's all it is. I mean, there's no secret sauce. If you love on people, they're going to sense that. They're going to want to do business with you. And it's not something you can make up. Okay, that's all I want to say. I give the glory to God. James 1:17, every good gift is from above. It just so happens to be a good week. You take the good with the bad, but be consistent. That's my advice.
That's awesome advice. Hopefully everybody was paying close attention, taking notes, and learning from a 16K week rider. And this is not his first time to the 5 digits week. He's multiple times over producer on that, and top producer in the company. So for those of you who are new, don't know, top producer is a designation with Symmetry for somebody who has put together a 2-month run where they write or issue at least 25,000 2 months in a row. And that is no small feat. And if you actually look at that list, compared especially to the number of people that we have in our system, that is a relatively short list. So hats off to Spencer for that, for this week, but also for his career accomplishments here. I also want to give a welcome shout out to Ann Blake. Ann is the newest member of the Menefee Agency Corporate, and she is coming on as a full-time recruiter and is tasked with the job of taking this large screen of blocks and taking that and multiplying that and making many more blocks. So you will be seeing new people pop up here on a weekly basis, and excited for what she's bringing to the table. And she's got a lot of great experience recruiting, but also a lot of great ideas, and she'll we'll have her share with us from time to time some of the things that she's doing. So for those of you who are also working on building your individual empires, take some of those tools and plug them in, implement them into your process. So she's going to be a huge asset to us. So welcome, Ann. Great to have you on board.
Thank you.
All right. Well, gang, I want to get to our call this morning, and titled the call Gratitudes, and obviously with the theme of the season, Thanksgiving next week. And, every year as we come up on this time, this holiday is really a time to reflect. It's always been something that we've kind of recognized in our country anyways, the time just to kind of slow down, spend time with family, but just be thankful for what we have, and time to count blessings, as it were. And so I've kind of made it a little bit of a tradition here, certainly in recent years, this last call before Thanksgiving, of taking time and making sure that I give sorry, I forgot to turn off the volume on my ringer. That I give a just a call of gratitude for for everything that this company affords us. Personally, I'm grateful for each and every one of you who are on the call with me right now. Just cannot tell you how just how grateful I am. Regardless of where you're at in the business, how long you've been with us, the fact that you're on screen with us here is just is huge. I mean, I really do have a great amount of gratitude for everybody here. And then, we have another agency that has their own call, and Vetter agency. So grateful for each and every one of them, for John Paul, what he's built, that massive organization that's growing rapidly, but still part of our hierarchy. And man, just could not be more grateful. And as I start breaking it down, that's kind of big picture. I'm grateful for this system. The system that we can plug into. And for any of you who have ever gone out and tried to start a business from scratch, with especially it may be something that you had experience in as far as a trade, but doing it for somebody else as a trade, and then turning around and trying to do it as a business and run everything, from client acquisition to the supply chain that you've got to manage. If you're buying inventory, even if you're a services sector, you still have a lot of things to manage: tools, resources, etc. And just there's a lot that goes into it. And to have a system where you can literally walk in day one, no experience, no background, even in sales, let alone insurance, and to have this laid out for us, I would say hats off to the owners for putting this together. And it's been a process. I came here almost 7 years ago now, and it wasn't anywhere near what it was then. And when I came on, it was nowhere near what it was the years before, the 6 or 7 years before I came in, when it was just getting started up, and it was very crude and rudimentary. But that's every time I hear somebody get on the national call and say, so grateful for Brandon, Brian, and Casey for what they've built here. We should see it more than just a kind of a brown-nosed compliment to pass to the owners. I think everyone who gives that is truly grateful, because you look at what they've built from starting literally basically 2 agents, Brandon and Casey, with the help of Brian putting the structure together. But really it was Brandon and Casey in the beginning. They were us. They were just agents out writing with this vision of creating this huge system that would build into a company that would be focused on that brand new day one agent. I mean, that's, as you break this down, that's what this company is built on. is to take that person off the street with no license, no background, no experience, and give them something to run with. And to have that vision, and to not only have the vision, but to have the tenacity to stick with it, to have the innovation to keep creating and innovating, and, quite frankly, breaking down walls. Again, from my time just in the last 7 years, I've seen, the system get better and better and better. And even now, where we're at in the business, I mean, the owners have been very transparent. They have had many offers to be bought out, and they personally could have already cashed out, done very, very well, and they haven't. Why haven't they? Well, again, they have stuck by their message and their vision that this is bigger than them. This is about transforming an industry, an old industry, a very profitable industry, but one that's been done the same way literally for centuries. I mean, the insurance industry has been around for a long time, and it has not innovated that much from what it was 100 years ago, 150 years ago. And they looked at that and said, technology is growing by leaps and bounds, almost now on a daily basis, certainly on a weekly and monthly basis. But we've got to innovate this industry. And we're going to do it through this company, and we're going to do it in a way that empowers people to come in and really, a lot of times when I'm interviewing, I tell people this is a choose your own adventure book. You can come in and be a top level producer. That track is laid out for you. All you got to do is just plug in. You could come in and build a business, build an agency. That track is laid out for you. It's built in. You could build your own franchise system. That's really how I look at this. This is your own franchise system, where I came in, I built an agency, and then I looked for other people who wanted to build their agency. And guess what? Stella Dinwiddie raised her hand and said, "Yeah, I want that." John Paul Vetter raised his hand and said, "Yeah, absolutely. I see that vision." We've got others on here. We've got we've got Donna, we've got Stacy, we've got Spencer. We're all putting time in. And several of you others have indicated, Jim is starting to get into that process, that, have raised their hands and said, "You know what? Yeah, I see that. Build my own franchise and capture that vision. Start with my own agency and then build it out from there." So to have that kind of opportunity available to us, and when I say franchise, obviously we're not a franchise, because honestly, to start a franchise, even just a very basic, if you buy into a franchise, your very basic franchises are, $25,000, $50,000. And that's for not a high revenue generating franchise. You want to get into something that's going to make, decent living. You probably got to go 6 figures or above. You want something that's going to be passive income. You got to be spending 7 figures minimum. And we can come in here on a shoestring budget and build that. Just build that with sweat equity. And I'm very thankful. When I stop and think about, Stella and I were talking the other day, and we were just, I made the comment, I think we've all made this at some point. Yeah, I feel like we all feel like we should have been further. We all feel like we should have more success than where we're at. But then when we pause and stop, and even when I look at myself, I've been here 7 years, where else could I go in the real business world, if you will, where I could build a business, have it profitable year one, very profitable, and continue to grow exponentially year after year? That just doesn't happen in the traditional business world, gang. That, most of the time when you start a business, it's understood that 3 to 5 years before you even turn a profit. And then very minimal at that, with a lot of headaches along the way, a lot of overhead, a lot of staffing issues. I mean, just all the things, especially now in the society that we live in, even more challenging than ever. And this is a business where you can come in, and maybe your business is just you. It's an army of one, and you go out and write the business and write the revenue that you need. That path exists. And then from there, you can build it to whatever level that you want to. And I'm, again, I take time and purposely pause in this week and this time just to say how grateful I am for that system that has brought all of us together, all of your faces on screen here, all your names, just, just very, very, very thankful for all that. And, grateful for the freedom that this business brings to us. Freedom, first of all, the freedom of the society that we live in, where we can go out and make that decision and make that happen. But freedom within this system to really, here's the playbook, but we're not going to tell you, we're going to help you, but we're not going to tell you what you have to do and how you have to do it. We're going to tell you what you need to do to be successful. But at the end of the day, you've got the freedom to choose, again, what you want that to be. Whether that's, a part-time, writing a policy here or there, to, maybe a full-time just enough to cover the bills, to full-time to really succeed and make some excellent money, to, again, create your own empire. We have that freedom within this company, the system, to do that. And, it's kind of funny, with thinking through all this, and I alluded to earlier the conversation I had Stella a few days ago with, talking about, hey, I get it. We all feel like we should have been further than we are. And it kind of brought up for me, it's like, you know what, I'm actually grateful for the challenge, and we face some big mountains and big challenges in this business. If it wasn't for the challenge, we would never grow. We would never personally, develop that tenacity, develop that innovation, develop that thick skin that allows us to, not only succeed in this business, but better succeed in life. And without that challenge, we had, John Maxwell at our conference, I believe it was now summer of 18, that we had John Maxwell at conference. And, one of the things that stood out, I mean, there's a ton of things. And, obviously, anytime we hear John Maxwell speak, there's a lot to take away from that. But he said, anything worthwhile is all uphill. It's always going to be a push. It's always going to be a struggle. And sometimes what causes us the most angst, the most mental and anxiety, is that we push back against that, say, well, I don't want it to be hard. I don't want it to, I don't want it to suck. But at the end of the day, it's that struggle that helps us grow stronger. And again, quite frankly, I mean, we see it all the time. If you start Googling and researching people who have won the lottery, people who quite frankly were, not to be derogatory, but maybe we're low-level earners, maybe very low-level blue-collar earners, just, minimum wage type people. And if they win the lottery of any significance, it's pretty high percentage and pretty well documented that those people are right back where they started within a few years, because they didn't earn it. They won it. Somebody gave them to them. And so because somebody gave it to them, what do? They don't know how to handle that. So, what would these businesses be as say Symmetry started just, hey, we like you. We think you're a rock star. Here's a business, go get them. Good luck. Without that grind, without that, that challenge, these businesses would not survive. We as a system would not survive. We would not have the kind of culture that we have, that kind of culture that, quite frankly, is very, is very supportive, is very kind, is very gracious and forgiving, because we've all been there. When somebody comes to us with, a challenge in their business and in their growth, it's easy for us to be more more understanding and accepting of that, because we've all been there. And so, you know, that's where I again, grateful for the challenges. You know, and so this season, I just encourage you all to, you know, really stop, you know, throughout this next week, and as you get together with family, and you know, take some quiet time, you know, whatever that is, morning, evening, before you go to bed, you know, list out your gratitudes, even if you're not where you want to be in this business right now. You know, all the mindset books, the positive, you know, positive self-focus trainings, you know, that instruction always points back to, you have to be grateful first. If you want to see the growth and the success, you have to first be grateful and find things to be grateful for. And we understand not everything is always gratitude. You know, there are challenges in life and challenges in this business, but be grateful for what you have and where you're at. And list what you're willing to devote your energy to finish the year strong, you know, and to start the new year with momentum. So what are you grateful for here? And then what are you grateful for, excuse me, and what are you willing to devote your energy to get better, to help more people? I love what Spencer shared, when you start looking at people as people that you can help, as a service, as you know, as a servant's heart. You know, that's when things start turning around for you. You know, I think of, you know, some of the most impactful calls that I've ever listened to are agents who are sharing the testimony of that client that reached out to them. You know, there's one, I forget who it was. I wish I could remember the name of the agent that here just a few months ago on a national call played a recording of a voicemail that he got from a client. And it was a lady who said, "You came out and put insurance in place for me and my husband." And as she said her husband, instantly her voice cracks and she goes silent. And you know what that call is about. You know that call is about a claim that they are going to now have to exercise that policy that they just put in place not long before. And that hits you with reality. The things that we do have so much impact, and it's hard. You know, it's hard. It's one of the hardest things for us to sell is life insurance, because nobody wants to talk about their ultimate demise. So we avoid it. We avoid it like even though we know intellectually we need to kind of face it and focus on it, because we're all facing it one day. But I've always joked, you know, we all believe we're going to live to age 99, you know, and die in a car wreck. That's just, you know, nothing's going to happen to us between now and then. And, you know, these conversations that we have, it's hard for us to get that message across to the client. And it's even hard for us to understand the impact of what we're putting in place until you get that call. I just got a notification here, and I got a client that I got a call that I wrote right after I started in this business, you know, a few months after I started. And they actually don't live too far from me. They're, you know, maybe a couple miles away from my house. But I got a notice from Foresters that a debt claim has been paid. And guys, I remember that conversation, right? Just the kitchen table, I can still picture that. You know, the conversations that I was having. And, you know, at that time we wrote that up, and yeah, it's been, you know, almost 7 years later. So some time's passed, but still, yeah, we didn't, you know, as we kind of joke when we're signing these policies, hey, don't go out and use this too quick. You know, the reality is we don't know when that's going to be. So I'm grateful for the opportunity that we are in a business that has so much impact that we don't even understand it until it does. And, you know, the time that, you know, for you, those of you who are still new and haven't had to pay out a death claim or haven't been involved in that process, Certainly, we don't wish that to come on anybody, but it will happen eventually. And I hope for you that that is a light bulb moment, that is one of those things that has so much impact on you that you now see every conversation moving forward with in a new light. And to the degree that you can visualize that, what you're doing now and the conversations that you're having now have impact not only on that person that you're talking to and their family, but for generations to come. And I'm grateful for that, the fact that we're in that kind of business. So guys, that is, we're going to wrap up the call a little bit early today and let everybody get on with finishing up their Friday. I know a lot of you have appointments still yet, dialing to set up your weekend. I will say this, and we always stress around the holidays, the beauty of this business is the flexibility. I am grateful for that. The devil in the details of this business is flexibility. That causes a lot of people a lot of problems. So be very intentional about your business around the holidays, gang. Take the time off, be with your family, but make sure that you're taking care of your production. That may mean you do a little bit extra work on the weekends, spend a little bit more time dialing, maybe on a Saturday, maybe even a Sunday afternoon. Try to front load your week a little bit, or maybe on the back end. Again, Stella makes a great point. Probably Thursday on Thanksgiving, a lot of people are going to be involved in, family events. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, people are just lounging around for the most part. There are still some events going on. We all know that, but don't let that deter you from making calls and in connecting with people. This is a great time. They're relaxed, they're having a good time, and they're in a good mood because of the season. Leverage that for your business. Take advantage of that and make sure that you don't let the holidays derail you and your goals for the week. All right, gang. Well, listen, I appreciate all of you being on this morning. Again, excited for for the end of this year. December, always a huge month, so keep the gas on, and we're going to finish the year strong and get ready to hit the new year on a new level. So thank you all for jumping on. Have a great Friday afternoon and into the weekend. Hope you all have a great weekend, and we will see you all after the holidays. Some of you I'll see you between now and then, but officially our next call will be the week after next week. So take care, everybody. Thank you all.
Thanks, Chris.